Share your ideas and questions and thoughts and problems and issues. Thank you.
Just want a couple opening remarks. Again, want to echo sentiments. Thanks a lot for coming. I think I've counted somewhere around 20 plus youth. That's excellent. Couple things that we just want to share. As leaders, one of our primary goals is to help the youth in leadership. And as we've done that and talked about like summer camps and so on, we found that when boys are SPLs and leadership, when they get together and talk about stuff, there's a lot of synergies, a lot of things that really happen. That's pretty cool. So we want to kind of take that back and bring that energy to Roundtable. Just a couple things. What you're talking about tonight are things that people might have issues or questions about for their troop. There's not a bad troop. There's not a good troop. Everybody's here to try to find ways to make it better. So keep that positive tone and be polite. You know, scout laws in effect, so you know we'll be good shape. I kind of like to just start with a quick icebreaker. If you just want to go around the room and just share your name, your troop, and your favorite place that you had an adventure.
Maybe position in the troop.
Yeah, that's good too. Name, troop, position, and favorite event. Dean,
Sure.
why don't you start?
All right, I'm Dean Buzalaki, Troop 506 in Greendale. I don't have a position right now within the troop, but I'm the course leader for NYLT, assistant course leader program NYLTX, and vice chief of program for the Order of the Arrow. And my favorite place that I've been is probably Kohler Andre State Park in Sheboygan.
My name is Nathan Winokur. I'm in Troop 531, the assistant patrol leader, and my favorite place we've been to is probably Camp Phillips.
I am Justin Pinkowski from Troop 531 as well. I'm the senior patrol leader, and my favorite scout outing would probably have to also be Camp Phillips.
I'm Owen Zaborski from Troop 530. I'm the ASPO, and favorite camp out or place to be is Hillmont.
I'm Frank Walorski from Troop 532. I am an assistant patrol leader, and my favorite camp out was Lefebvre.
Well, my name is Joey Sick. I'm from Troop 532 as well. My position is assistant senior patrol leader, and I guess my favorite outing would have to be Elroy Sparta, I guess.
Okay. I'm Richard Washkoon. I'm from Troop 316. I'm the senior patrol leader, and my favorite place probably would be Dakota.
I'm Nick Koss from Troop 316 as well in Oak Creek. I serve as the assistant senior patrol leader and scribe for our troop, and my favorite place would have to be Phillips.
I'm Liam Granlund from Troop 612. I'm SPL, and I think my favorite camp out would be Lewis and Clark down in South Dakota.
Very cool.
My name is Matt Ballman. I'm from Troop 612. I'm the assistant senior patrol leader, and my favorite would probably be the Lewis and Clark camp.
My name is Brandon Robkowski. I am president of Venture Group 416, and my favorite camp would probably have to be Florida Sea Base.
I'm Alex Myers. I am the VP Administration, Crew 416, and I would have to say Sea Base. Sea Base, right?
I'm Zachary Ryan from Troop 601. I'm the SPL, and my favorite camp out is Camp Kiowa in New York.
I'm Dylan Janowski, Troop 599, SPL. My favorite outing is Sylvania Wilderness in Michigan.
I'm Ryan Brown from Troop 314, and as the assistant senior patrol leader, and my favorite outing probably is New York.
I'm Ben Ziegert. I'm the SPL of Troop 539, and my favorite camp out is probably Devil's Lake.
I'm Ronnie Marutha, from Troop 598. I'm the SPL, and my favorite outing would probably be the 2013 National Jamboree.
I'm Brandon Washburn from Troop 598. I'm the ASPL, and my favorite outing would probably have to be Lefebvre.
I'm Rex Brown from Troop 538, and I don't have a rank, but my favorite outing is Lefebvre.
I'm Andrew Radke. I'm from Troop 221. I am the ASPL, and my favorite camp outing was at Garden Band.
I'm Josh Richland from Troop 506. I'm the SPL, and my favorite outing was probably the Riley Outpost at Lefebvre.
Sam Pike, Troop 506, the quartermaster. I would say Riley Trek. Great.
That was fun.
So you've heard a lot right there. You've heard a lot of different activities that people have been involved with. I'll kind of turn it over to the youth. I mean, if you guys came with questions that you wanted to start sharing with each other or find out more about these outings, who's gonna be brave enough to ask a question of your peers?
Roundtable. Alright, this is kind of something we've been running into for the past couple of years now. Because our older boys have been learning the new material that's being taught to the new scouts, it's kind of hard to keep them interested in the meetings. How would you guys suggest that we would involve our older boys more in the meeting?
I'd say every now and then go to them and be like, guys, I know that it's a little hard to learn the same things over and over again, especially over after years. But make sure that they're part of the conversation about what you're gonna do. Make sure that you keep what their thoughts are in the planning. And if you make sure that they have at least a word or a say in what you guys are doing, maybe come up with some new things to keep them interested so you're not doing the same things over again. Maybe create some competitions you can do, some games, something to keep them interested. Input from your own troop, from the people inside of it, are always a good thing when it comes to those types of things. So.
I guess I have a question. Just out of curiosity, how many people do you have like in your troop? Like older boys versus younger boys?
We do have a lot more younger boys, but I haven't counted. I would say it's more like
Probably like 6 and 24, 6 real older boys.
yeah, but we also have like a lot of those 24. I'd say about a good half of them are like second, third year, so they know what they're doing.
We're actually experiencing a similar issue, not with the crew, but just with our my home troop 501. And what we're gonna attempt to do here in the future is, once we get our numbers up, is running 2 different sets of program at each meeting, one for older boys, one for younger boys. That way you can split it up a little more to each group's needs. I don't know if you guys have like a troop guide or like a someone who's more geared towards helping younger scouts. You get to use them to be teaching younger scouts their skills, and then you can have older scouts, whether it be practicing their own skills that they need work on, that they recognize they need work on, or whatever they see fit that they need to be accomplishing.
The other thing I would think of, splitting the meetings is a good idea. I know we tried it in our troop, having a younger curriculum and an older curriculum. But then also, if you're able to, for the last half hour, bring them both together and do something together just to make sure you get that troop community within between the two. Because you don't want it just to be, there's the young scouts and the old scouts and they don't ever interact ever, because that would not be good. So if you get like a dodgeball game or a kickball game or something afterwards to get them mixing, that always helps, I know from experience.
And I know this might be a small tip, but try and have them teach the younger scouts something. Have them involved in their young scouts' teaching. See how they can add to their knowledge.
Yeah, I would agree with that. In our troop, how we work it, we're a small troop right now. We're only 6 people, but that'll increase. 4 of our scouts are first class or above. So we'll usually do 2 people will teach a younger scout, and then the other 2 people will teach a younger scout, making sure they grasp the idea that we're trying to teach them. And then what we found is a lot of the time they get a better concept of it because they're learning it from multiple people.
And I should add, as questions come up, this is kind of a free-flowing thing, so Andrew, if you feel like you've got your answers, then you'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah, I can add something to that. So within our troop, we have like a venture program. It's not like a venture crew. It's just like the guys that are 14 or older, first class and older, are in this venture crew, and then we do like our own trips and our own trucks and events and stuff, and like outposts at the fever. So within the troop, there's like the venture guys who are older, and then the non-venture guys. So like one meeting a month, the venture guys will do their own thing, and then everyone else will do their own thing. So we're together, but for certain things we're not. We can be like
I think that answers my question, so if anybody else has it, then ask away.
Okay, I have a question. In the most recent years, especially in this last year, we've run into a lot of recruiting issues and the fact that we haven't really had any connections with any recruiting. And the troop numbers keep getting smaller and smaller. And we keep trying to encourage people to come to meetings and all that stuff. And it's getting a little better over time, but do you guys have any advice what we should do for recruiting and getting our names out to Cub Scout packs, contacts that we can use, anything that would help us start growing again, because that's probably the most help that you guys can do.
We tried, couple years ago, we tried bringing some of the Cub Scouts on like just a small camp out that didn't really do